Picture this. You walk up to that playground pull-up bar, grab it confidently, and knock out 10 perfect reps while everyone around you stops to watch. No gym membership, no fancy equipment, just you conquering gravity with nothing but determination and the right strategy. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to transform yourself into a pull-up powerhouse without ever stepping foot in a commercial gym. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap that'll have you cranking out pull-ups like an absolute machine. Most people think you need a full gym setup to build serious pull-up strength. They imagine rows of expensive machines, cable systems, and professional trainers yelling at them. But here's the thing that fitness industry doesn't want you to know. Some of the strongest people on the planet built their pulling power using nothing but creative bodyweight progressions and everyday objects you can find anywhere. I've personally helped hundreds of people go from 0 pull-ups to double digits using these exact methods. And the best part is you can start implementing them immediately, whether you're in your backyard, at a local park, or even inside your living room. The secret isn't more equipment. It's understanding the science behind building functional pulling strength and knowing how to manipulate leverage, resistance, and progression to create the perfect training stimulus. When you nail these fundamentals, your body has no choice but to adapt and get stronger, regardless of where you're training. Let's start with the foundation that most people completely ignore. Before you can even think about hanging from a bar, you need to understand that pull-ups aren't just about your arms. They're a full-body symphony that requires coordination between your lats, rhomboids, rear delts, biceps, core, and even your legs. Most beginners make the mistake of thinking it's all about arm strength, then wonder why they plateau after just a few weeks of training. The first game-changing progression starts with something called dead hangs. Find any sturdy bar, tree branch, or even a playground monkey bar. Your goal is simple but brutally effective. Hang there with proper form until your grip gives out. This builds the foundational grip strength and shoulder stability that every elite pull-up requires. Start with whatever time you can manage, even if it's just 10 seconds, and gradually work up to holding for a full minute. But here's where it gets interesting. Most people do dead hangs completely wrong. They just grip and hang like a dead fish, missing the entire point of the exercise. Instead, you want to engage your lats by pulling your shoulders down and back, creating what we call active shoulders. Imagine trying to stuff your shoulder blades into your back pockets. This small adjustment transforms a passive hang into an active strength builder that directly translates to pull-up power. Once you can hold an active dead hang for 30 seconds, it's time to introduce the game changer that most fitness influencers never talk about. Negative pull-ups. These are hands down the fastest way to build eccentric strength, which is your body's ability to control resistance while lengthening under load. Jump up to the top position of a pull-up, then slowly lower yourself down, fighting gravity every inch of the way. The magic number here is 5 seconds. That's how long each negative repetition should take. Your muscles can handle significantly more weight during the lowering phase than they can during the lifting phase, so negatives let you overload your pulling muscles with your own body weight even before you can complete a single full pull-up. I've seen people go from 0 to 5 pull-ups in just 4 weeks using this method alone. Now let's talk about the equipment hack that turns any doorway into a training station. Resistance bands are your secret weapon for building pulling strength anywhere, anytime. But forget those flimsy therapy bands you see everywhere. You want heavy-duty loop bands that provide serious resistance. Loop one end around a sturdy anchor point above your head, grab the other end, and you've got yourself a lat pull-down machine that fits in your pocket. The beauty of band-assisted pull-ups is that they provide variable resistance. The bands help you most at the bottom where you're weakest and provide less assistance at the top where you're strongest. This matches your strength curve perfectly and teaches your nervous system the exact movement pattern of a real pull-up. Start with enough band assistance that you can complete 8 to 12 reps with perfect form, then gradually reduce the assistance as you get stronger. Here's a progression most people never consider. Horizontal pulling exercises. Before you can pull your body up vertically, you need to master pulling horizontally. This is where bodyweight rows come in, and you can set them up literally anywhere with a bit of creativity. Use a sturdy table, a pair of chairs with a broomstick, or even the underside of a playground structure. The key to effective bodyweight rows is adjusting the angle to match your current strength level. The more upright your body position, the easier the exercise. The more horizontal you get, the more challenging it becomes. Start at an angle where you can complete 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps with perfect form, focusing on squeezing your shoulder blades together at the top of each rep. But here's where most people mess up their row progression. They think it's all about adding more reps. Wrong. The real game is about gradually decreasing the angle of your body, making each rep progressively more challenging. This teaches your muscles to handle an increasing percentage of your body weight, which directly transfers to pull-up strength. Let's talk about the unconventional exercises that build pull-up power in ways most people never consider. Towel hangs might sound ridiculous, but they're absolute grip strength destroyers in the best possible way. Instead of gripping a smooth bar, wrap towels around your hanging point and grip the towels. This dramatically increases the grip challenge and builds the kind of functional hand and forearm strength that makes regular pull-ups feel easy by comparison. Another secret weapon is archer pull-ups, but we're going to build up to them systematically. Start with assisted archer rows using your band setup. Pull yourself up into one side, letting that arm do most of the work while the other arm assists. This begins training the unilateral strength that's crucial for advanced pull-up variations and helps identify and fix strength imbalances between your left and right sides. Now here's the periodization strategy that separates the pros from the amateurs. You can't just randomly throw exercises together and hope for the best. Your training needs structure, progression, and intelligent recovery. I recommend a 3-day per week approach with at least 1 day of rest between sessions. Each session should include a grip strength component, a vertical pulling component, a horizontal pulling component, and a core stability element. Week 1 might look like dead hangs for time, band-assisted pull-ups, bodyweight rows, and planks. Week 2 adds more time to the hangs, reduces band assistance slightly, makes the rows more challenging by lowering your angle, and increases plank duration. This systematic progression ensures your body is constantly adapting without getting overwhelmed. The nutrition component is something most people completely ignore when training for pull-ups, but it's absolutely crucial. You're asking your body to build significant functional strength while potentially carrying excess weight that makes every rep harder. Focus on getting adequate protein to support muscle recovery and growth, while maintaining a slight caloric deficit if you're carrying extra body fat. Every pound you lose makes pull-ups exponentially easier. Let's address the elephant in the room. Mental blocks and fear of failure. Most people psych themselves out before they even grab the bar. They see pull-ups as this impossible feat reserved for elite athletes. This mindset sabotages progress before it even begins. Instead, approach each session with curiosity and patience. Celebrate small wins like hanging 5 seconds longer or completing 1 more negative rep. Progress in pull-ups isn't linear, and accepting this removes the pressure that kills consistency. Recovery strategies are where most home trainers drop the ball completely. Your muscles don't grow during workouts. They grow during recovery. This means prioritizing sleep quality, managing stress levels, and giving your body the rest it needs between sessions. I recommend active recovery activities like walking or light stretching on off days, but avoid the temptation to train pull-ups every single day. Your nervous system needs time to adapt and consolidate the motor patterns you're teaching it. Here's the assessment protocol that tells you exactly when to progress to the next level. You should be able to complete 3 sets at your current difficulty level with perfect form and at least 1 rep left in the tank before moving up. Rushing progressions is the fastest way to plateau or get injured. Master each level completely before advancing. The environmental factor most people overlook is temperature. Cold muscles are tight muscles, and tight muscles are weak muscles. Always warm up thoroughly before attempting any pull-up training, especially when training outdoors. A few minutes of arm circles, band pull-aparts, and light cardio can make the difference between a great session and a frustrating struggle. Let's talk about the plateau-busting strategies for when progress stalls. First, reassess your form. Video record yourself and look for compensation patterns or partial ranges of motion. Second, temporarily reduce the difficulty and focus on perfect execution with higher rep ranges. Sometimes taking a step back allows you to take 2 steps forward. Third, add variety with different grip positions, tempos, or auxiliary exercises that target your weak links. The testing protocol that shows you're ready for unassisted pull-ups is straightforward but non-negotiable. You should be able to hold an active dead hang for 60 seconds, complete 5 slow negatives taking at least 5 seconds each, perform 15 perfect bodyweight rows at a challenging angle, and do band-assisted pull-ups with minimal assistance for multiple sets of 8 to 12 reps. When you finally achieve your first unassisted pull-up, resist the urge to immediately start chasing higher rep numbers. Instead, focus on perfecting the movement quality and gradually building volume over several weeks. Quality will always beat quantity when it comes to building lasting strength and preventing injury. Your pull-up journey doesn't end when you hit your first rep. That's just the beginning. From there, you can explore weighted variations using a backpack loaded with books, advanced techniques like commando pull-ups or L-sits, and even progress toward elite movements like muscle-ups. The foundation you're building now with basic bodyweight progressions will serve you for years to come. Remember, becoming a pull-up pro without a gym isn't just about the physical training, it's about developing the mindset of someone who finds solutions instead of excuses, who sees opportunity where others see limitations, and who understands that the most powerful gym equipment is the creativity and determination you bring to every training session. Your backyard, local park, or even your doorway can become the launching pad for incredible strength gains that rival anything you'd achieve in the fanciest commercial facility. The path to pull-up mastery is laid out in front of you. All that's left is to take the first step, grab that bar, and start building the pulling power that'll have people asking where you train. Because when you can crank out perfect pull-ups anywhere, anytime, you're not just strong. You're free. Be sure to like and subscribe to get more exercise science content.